So it's no secret that Max Verstappen had long been regarded as future champion material in the right car, and Red Bull finally provided the machinery to allow the Dutchman to pursue that goal in 2021. Hence, an epic title battle ensued, but Verstappen secured the Drivers' Championship title with a last lap pass on Hamilton at the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. However, from the champion's point of view, there's always room for improvement, and the Dutchman recently revealed his plans to do so. With that in mind, let's take a look at what Verstappen intends to improve for his title defense in 2022. It was undoubtedly an exciting battle from start to finish that saw the championship lead change hands 6 times, with Verstappen and Hamilton going into the decider tied on points. Verstappen won his first World Championship in Abu Dhabi, putting an end for the time being to Hamilton's bid for a record-breaking 8th. This meant Mercedes failed to secure a championship double for the first time in the turbo hybrid era, with Hamilton winning the Drivers' Championship 6 out of the previous 7 years. Verstappen has since poked fun at his rival, claiming that the 37-year-old has had plenty of his own luck during his F1 dominance. Everything that comes now is just a bonus, and I'm just going to enjoy it. You need a bit of luck to fight for 7 or 8 titles. You need a very dominant team as well to do that, so you don't always have that luck or you're not in that era. Sometimes it doesn't happen. For me, I always wanted to win one, and you will see where you go from there. Everything that comes now is a bonus, but that doesn't mean that if I lose a race, I will still be upset, but maybe a few minutes after I'll say, it's okay. Verstappen's jab at Hamilton comes amid reports that the British driver is disillusioned with Formula 1. If Hamilton does decide to retire from the sport, Mercedes has named Nick de Vries as the main option to replace him. However, with nothing confirmed, it's neither here nor there. More importantly, Verstappen will look to extend his streak and will need the same luck in the form of a competitive car if he's to come close to breaking Hamilton's record. Of course, luck isn't the only factor at play. Max Verstappen has long been regarded as one, if not the best drivers on the grid. However, even the Dutchman admits that he, like everyone else, has room for improvement. For me, I always say to myself, you're never perfect in any area. So let's say you're at 98%, whatever you can call it. I always look at it, I can always improve. Because it's not, I can improve massively in this or massively in that, it's just tiny things. Or how can I try to influence the weekend a bit better? How can I prepare myself better? How can I make sure that I understand the balance of the car better for qualifying or the race? These kind of differences, how can I understand the tyres better? All these kind of things. During an interview with David Coulthard, however, Max Verstappen stated there was nothing to improve on in terms of the drama or entertainment value of the tense 2021 season. I don't need to improve on this. For me, it doesn't need to be like this every single year. I don't think you can last a long time in Formula 1 like that. But I'm happy, of course, how it played out. It was an amazing season, I think. A lot of unpredictable things happened. Of course, the 2 teams fighting against each other. That's always more exciting than when it's one team dominating and it's just the 2 teammates basically fighting. Despite the new regulations, Red Bull and Mercedes remain the title favourites. However, the changes to the regulations could shake up the grid order and allow a contender to emerge from the shadows. Verstappen will once again lead the charge for Red Bull in the 2022 season, with Sergio Perez joining him for a second season. Teams will not know how competitive they will be until testing begins near the end of February. Meanwhile, the physical build of the Red Bull car begins this week at the team's Milton Keynes headquarters. This is that time of the year where everything's a bit tight. It's a lot of long hours and takeaways. There's a lot of hard work going on into RB18 and it's taking shape. It's hitting the majority of its targets so far. The team are working incredibly hard and it's really coming together. It goes into car build next week, so that's exciting. The new designs will be the most significant in decades, with the new era of ground effect cars expected to tighten the grid. Mercedes Chief Technical Officer James Allison believes that due to the magnitude of the overhaul, some teams will make mistakes in their design and struggle greatly. I would imagine, given that the cars are so new and so different, that 1 or 2 cars on the grid will have got it really badly wrong, and they will have a terribly painful year. I would imagine that all of us to some degree will have left things on the table that we just didn't anticipate, and we'll look at other cars and think, oh, why didn't we think of that? Then we'll be scrambling around to try to get that idea onto our car as fast as possible, so that we can claw our way from whatever position we land in that first race forwards, or if we're lucky enough to be in front, to keep the attacking wolves behind us. There is a non-zero chance that Red Bull will be stymied by the new regulations, missing out on some innovations that their rivals will exploit, sending them tumbling down the order. The new tyres are among the many elements to the new cars that Red Bull needs to get right, with Pirelli's 13-inch models giving way to new 18-inch compounds. And this will be an important area of study for Verstappen, the team, and the rest of the drivers in the upcoming season. Of course, next year the tyres will be different again, so you have to learn that as well, but you always look in these kind of areas, like what can I understand or learn from all the experience I've had so far. However, Red Bull may find themselves in a difficult situation as they focused on the development of the 2021 car for a longer time than other teams who switched to work on their 2022 cars fairly early. Red Bull was so focused on 2021 that last year's test driver Alex Albon stated they stopped working on the 2022 car entirely at some point. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko, on the other hand, insists that never happened. Albon's statements were misinterpreted. All I can say is that we want to defend Max Verstappen's title and are very well positioned to do so. We had two different development programs running in 2021, both worked. There's no reason to believe that Mercedes and we aren't the favourites again this year, unless someone has found the Philosopher's Stone in the new regulations. Christian Horner, on the other hand, is hopeful that Red Bull did not drop the ball, but he did hint that a team like Ferrari could show up and beat everyone. When Ferrari turn up with the fastest car and smash us out of the park at the first race, then you'll have to say that it probably did compromise us. But I think that we've all known that big regulation changes are coming for 2022, and we've applied our resource accordingly. The cars look different, they're going to feel different, they're going to drive differently. Who's got it right? Who's got it wrong? It all starts again. Now, the only thing we know about the situation is that the new regulations are going to shake things up. The newly implemented budget cap and aerodynamic testing regulations will allow midfield teams to catch up by letting them to perform more CFD and wind tunnel testing. Another source of concern for Red Bull has been the controversy surrounding how the title was won. Many have claimed that the FIA's decisions during the final moments in Abu Dhabi have tainted Verstappen's and the team's championship. Some have speculated that Red Bull's upper management is dissatisfied with how everything turned out. Christian Horner, the team's boss, has dismissed speculation that Red Bull's owner, Dietrich Mateschitz, is irritated by the successes accompanying controversy. I think there's been so much controversy throughout the year, and I think there's been so much bad luck that we've had during the season that these things tend to balance themselves out. He felt Max was very deserving, he was very proud of what he'd done and what the team had achieved. Red Bull and Verstappen will be among the favourites to win the championship in 2022, depending how well they adapt to the new regulations. The newly crowned champion will be looking to hone his skills, while the team will be preparing to face the challenges posed by the new regulations. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and remember to click the bell button to be notified of future videos. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Max Verstappen? Do you think he has a lot of room for improvement? Will he and Red Bull be able to compete for the title in 2022? We'd love to hear what you think.